This is a video asking locals if they know how many Jews were murdered during the Holocaust. Just a few weeks ago, we had Holocaust Remembrance Day, and I encourage you to watch this whole video.
Yom HaShoah is recognized as Israel's Day of Remembrance for the 6 million Jews who were murdered by the Nazis and their allies. Observed in Israel and around the world, it serves as a solemn reminder of the Nazi genocide of 6 million Jewish men, women and children. Unfortunately, Holocaust denial has taken a rise, with some suggesting that Jews exaggerate what happened and others suggesting that it didn't happen at all. This day is crucial to ensure that future generations remember the lessons of the Holocaust and ensure that such horrors never happen again. So today, I'm in London, speaking to people to see what they know and don't know about the Holocaust. So first of all, are you Jewish yourself?
No, I'm a practicing Shia Muslim.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so, as you understand it, what was the Holocaust?
So, as I understand it, the Holocaust was an event in history where the leadership of Adolf Hitler kind of labeled Jewish people as a reason for the problems in Germany and in larger extent like problems in the world, and then they started using that as a way to kind of create a genocide against Jews and kind of round them up.
So the Holocaust is something I studied actually in my A-level history course, and it's the act of persecutions against the Jews by the Nazi regime through the 30s and 40s, ultimately leading to their mass murder, sadly.
The Holocaust was basically what the Nazis did to the Jewish people in the Second World War and before it. And they tried to obliterate the Jewish people.
The Holocaust is the thing with the Jewish people that was in Germany. They get hunted from the German Nazis and they get burned in the crematories, I think, Dachau, and so.
How many Jewish people did the Nazis murder?
Thousands and thousands, I've no idea.
Is that the answer? 6 million. Does that sort of come as a surprise?
6 million.
6 million, yeah.
No, it doesn't actually, no.
Oh, I don't really know a number, but I think millions.
Yeah, a million people. Millions people, but...
Millions of people. No, you're both right. The answer is 6 million people. Does that, you pulled it for like, wow, is that surprising?
Yeah, yeah.
I think 6 million roughly.
I believe it's somewhere around 5-6 million, something like that.
Yeah. Did you know that?
I didn't realise it was that many. That's just, shocking.
Out of curiosity, how many did you think were murdered in the Holocaust?
I don't know. I'd never really put a figure to it. I guess maybe 1 million or so, but yeah.
I don't know, maybe millions.
6 million?
6 million, yeah.
When I say 6 million, is that sort of what you expected, or does that come as a surprise?
I was expecting somewhere around there, yeah. Maybe I was expecting 1.5 million. 6 million is quite a lot of people, but
yeah. That's like 6 times what you're expecting, maybe.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
They say 5 to 6 million, if I'm corrected. I've been to Auschwitz.
You've been to Auschwitz.
Yes.
So first off, the sort of accepted figure is 6 million. So you're absolutely right. You said you went to Auschwitz. What was that experience like?
It was a very hard experience. It was probably one of the saddest places. The energy you could just feel, that was a place. Not even for the Jews as well, I'd say for Jewish people, everyone, even the Polish people, everyone was it was a place of torture and killing, so it's horrible.
Myself, I've gone to the Mauthausen when they had the death steps and kind of like the showers and stuff. Spirituality sense, right? Like you can definitely feel that there is like intense pain and a lot of remorse, or like there's places where you like kind of walk in and you feel kind of heavy, right? That there's some sort of thing that's happened here.
You may know or you may not know, but there's still to this day Holocaust denial. These are people who either don't believe that the Holocaust happened or they accuse Jewish people of exaggerating it. And when you're presented with this sort of stuff, what's your reaction to Holocaust denial?
I think it's just plain ignorance, but it's to be expected in this day and age. Unfortunately, there are going to be a lot of people who just don't believe in it or they talk bad about it. It doesn't surprise me too much.
Yeah, I've heard people completely deny, saying that it didn't happen, saying the numbers were exaggerated, saying so many things. But I'll say because in this day and age, we have so many things online that we can see. You're seeing all aspects, all sides. So at the same time, I don't think it's like, I think it's a bad thing, but at the same time, you need to see that is happening in the world, where you have people that go against, no matter what side, you're gonna have people from all types of aspects that will deny and say this isn't true. You can tell them, or the earth is flat, you know, all of that type of stuff. It's all type of aspects you have, but when it comes with, I feel, the Holocaust, it's so apparent that was happening. It's quite hard. You're like, why deny it? It's only to hurt, you know?
You know, what do you think non-Jewish people such as yourself can do to spread awareness and keep the memory of the Holocaust alive?
Well, I just think, like what you just said, spreading awareness. I think the fact is it's a awful historical tragedy that occurred, and I guess it's our responsibility to make sure nothing like that happens to, obviously, the Jewish people or any other section of society.
Take perhaps interest isn't the word, but you know, discuss it and talk about it. Don't let it be forgotten.
Keep talking about it, what happened, and speak about what leads to the Holocaust, what's the problems that coming from, and all the things about it.
My job's a secondary school teacher, and I'm regularly discussing it with my form group in school, talking to them about the Holocaust and making sure that something like that can't be allowed to happen again, really, because history repeats itself if you allow it to. So it's important to keep that memory alive and talk to them whenever possible. If ever a student makes an anti-Semitic comment, obviously, as well as going through the school's behaviour policy, I'll also pick up on that and explain when I went to Auschwitz and talk to things like about that it's a good idea to avoid making comments, because ultimately you're allowing anti-Semitism back in through the back door.
And do you feel that the Holocaust today is sort of remembered as it should be?
Not enough, no. Like I said, we learned about it in school, but I mean, I think there should probably be at least a class for an entire year. I mean, I'm from America, so you know, we go year by year with classes, and I think at least a year, probably every year, we should be learning about it, especially around this time, remembering it.
Do you have a message to Jewish people?
Well, we consider it. We are very compassionate about you. I think most people are. A lot of people don't like to show it for some peculiar reason, but I think most people are very compassionate.
To Jewish people, I say I support you. Especially, I believe in what you're doing, and for me, it's just in life, everyone. You just have to believe in what you do and stand strong on it, believe in your beliefs, and just face adversity as it goes. It makes you stronger, you know?
So we've had a lot of important conversations today. They're not always easy conversations, but they're certainly always worth having. It's dialogue like this that helps keep the memory of the Holocaust alive. We're out here educating people, spreading awareness. That's why we do this. That's why we're going to keep doing this, because we must never forget the impact of the Holocaust and the atrocities that took place.
There was that woman at the end who said that for some peculiar reason, a lot of people don't like to show it, but that they do have the support of most people, and they as in the Jewish people. There are people watching this video who might have had a reaction like she doesn't know what she's talking about, or no, she's not right, because we've seen an incredible wave of Jew hatred and an increase in anti-Semitism. I'm going to side with her. In fact, I think that your day-to-day person, your Joe, your New Yorker holding a briefcase with his AirPods in, just trying to get to work, going back home, be with his family, wake up, do it again the next day, and just continue on to have life. I do think that this silent majority of people are rational thinkers. I'm not going to sit here and be a pessimist and say that like all of humanity is gone. I actually do think that the loud minority has made it seem like to us watching who know the truth, that what that woman said could be, couldn't be further away from the truth, right? Well, you have to take into account that most people haven't voiced their opinion, A, because they don't care enough, B, because it doesn't affect them, or C, because they don't want to have any effect on their safety, their life, which I find very telling. Because the second that you say the I word, the second that you side with Israel is suddenly when you and your life and the people around you, your livelihood and your social media and all that becomes quite tense and very hostile. And I think that that's pretty telling, because if you are siding with the good guy should not make you feel this level of hostility, this level of uneasiness, this level of lack of safety, lack of confidence. Because when I speak to people who off camera don't want to say anything about the conflict, they say, I'm choosing not to say anything because it seems like when I do voice my opinion publicly, or if I were to and I see other people doing it, there are repercussions for it. And I think that says enough. So if you are someone who may have had this like knee-jerk reaction that she is wrong when she says that most people, are sending their best and side with the Jews and support them, I encourage you to think about the fact that the silent majority has not voiced their opinion. And objectively, I think they do support Israel, and they support Jewish people, and that they're not anti-Semitic, and that they would not join these encampments. But the media and incredible amounts of fear-fed and scary pieces of content on the internet is supposed to get us to feel that everybody is against us. That's what the media's job is, because the more that we feel that way, the more that we're glued to it. The more that we are glued to it, the more that we share it. The more that we share it, the more money that they make, because they make money off of more attention. And so it feels like it, but I do not think it's a representation of reality. And so I was pleased to see a lot of the people here saying a lot of good things. So thank you so much for all your support. See you next video. If you want to continue the conversation, you can support my work for free. Discord does not cost a thing. It is the best way to connect with me and others who are seeking the truth. The link is in the description. But if you want to take it one step further, my Patreon gives you access to the Israel you don't see, uncovering the untold stories of what mainstream media does not show you. The link is in the description, and it helps me to continue this work. Or if you're just looking to help this thing go, PayPal and Buy Me a Coffee is a really easy way to support me. This channel, this work does not happen without all of you. Thank you. I love you. I'll see you next time.